Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, I have such a good show for you today. I'm already cracking up. The reviews are in and they are abysmal. And if you're a Friends fan, you know why that's funny because Joey thinks the word abysmal means something good. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Guys, I'm Jen. If you're new here, I just messed that up. Let me try that again. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the thumbs up, leave me comments. All of those helps YouTube to recommend my videos. And thank you sincerely for everybody who keeps leaving me comments saying you've hit the hype button. I really appreciate that. Guys, the reviews are in on Meghan's disaster Netflix show. They are awful, but they're really hilarious. So I thought we could take a look, have some laughs, and jump right on into that. Now, I do want to say this. I showed this off in my yesterday video, honk honk. This is a goose, and I had you guys name him and or her, and a lot of you guys had such cute, funny suggestions. But you know what I think? I got a couple of this one suggested, and I love it. You ready? Shall we introduce Lady Lucy Goosington? She's Lucy Goosey. I love her. What do you think? I did put my HRH RHR badge from my PJs that I wore in yesterday's video on her. So Lady Lucy Goosington, charmed, I'm sure. Honk honk. Okay. In case you missed it in my last video, I did show Catherine's beautiful blue dress. It's my favorite ever. And so definitely go check that out. And I talked more about just some of the stuff coming out from this disaster Netflix show. I also have up a whole video where I review the Netflix show and go into all the dumb stuff she did throughout. Well, today I want to talk about the reviews that are coming in on the disaster Netflix show. And as a shock to nobody, everybody's going, seriously, I know it's easy to dismiss somebody like me as, oh, you just can't stand Meghan. You'd never see anything good that she did. Au contraire, mon frere. I've always said, and I will always say, if she does something good, I'll tell you. If I don't hate her outfits, I'll tell you. If I, agree with her on something, I'll tell you. I have nothing to gain or lose by agreeing with her. But I'm telling you, honestly, I can look you in the eye and tell you honestly, it was so bad. I thought season 1 and season 2 were bad. This is the worst. This one was absolutely the worst because I learned nothing new, which is pretty par for the course, but there was just no new ideas. I could not believe how, what's the word, just outdated and recycled everything was. Again, her big ideas for this were to make a quiche, which she's already done before. She only has a couple of episodes overall of this entire show, and she's already done it before, and she's doing it again. And she messed it up the first time, so that's why she's doing it again. So she made a quiche. She made a wreath, and it wasn't even, I'm talking about a crudité wreath. She does crudité all the time, just the chopped up vegetables with dips. It's nothing new. And the wreath itself, I would do that. It actually could have been cute had she used some color. She did all so literal and just did greens. Like, your guests don't want that. Add some colors. Throw in some chopped up peppers. It doesn't have to be quite so literal and just lacking of fun. Even the beiges, oh my gosh, even the wreaths she made. She did make wreaths with her friend. They were so boring. There was nothing to them. It's just literally just greenery. She just, I'm not diagnosing. I'm just saying, like, she seems to have zero personality, zero fun, zero wanting to do or try anything. So she just does things literally. What I suspect and I wonder is, does a producer say to her, okay, we're doing a holiday special. We need to do something with wreaths. She's like, oh, fine. So she just literally makes a wreath out of greenery to eat, and that's it. Like, there's just no, again, there's no joy. There's no fun. There's no spark. There's no creativity. There's nothing. Even the Christmas wrapping paper was brown. Who wants brown Christmas wrapping paper? I don't. Throw some color in there. Have some fun. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but seriously, that is ridiculous. All right, let's take a look at some of these reviews, shall we? I love this shirt. It's catching the light. It's velvet. That's why I did Gen Plum Fairy, because it's kind of a plum color, even though I think on camera and other lights it looks maroon. It's plum. It's like a deep purple, but I like the way it looks when it catches the light. It looks liquidy. Isn't that fun? Okay, let's take a look, shall we? And thank you to everybody who left me the nicest comments about the sparkle shirt that I wore to go with Catherine, Princess of Wales. Love it. And the crown. Thank you for that. I haven't worn that crown in a little bit. A lot of people ask where I got it from. I got it from Amazon. A friend of mine got it for me. If you just search, I think I searched blue crown, something like that, I found it. So wasn't expensive. I love it though. I like that one because it's a little bit, actually I got it right here. It's a little bit heavier. So it didn't, I mean, it actually weighs on your head a little bit, but there's places for bobby pins if you want it to stay on your head. So if you want a matching crown or a crown in a different color, I don't get paid to advertise it. Pick one up. We can be crown twins, whatever. Anyway, all right, let's take a look at these reviews, shall we? I think this show has broken my brain. Let's take a look at these reviews. All right, starting here. So this is courtesy of Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I looked at IMDb first, even though I get mad at IMDb. If you don't know why, I just realized I didn't put on my rings. I'm doing that right now. If you don't know why I'm mad at IMDb, it's because before, when I had pulled, see, I had to be like Meghan and put on my jewelry. Okay, let me try this again. I used to look at IMDb, but then I proved before, I showed how they were helping Harry and Meghan in hiding the worst reviews. If it was below, I think an 8, they wouldn't put it through. I tried, a bunch of us tried, it wouldn't go through. But if you did an 8 or above, they'd let it go through. Those sneaky blankety blanks. Well, so I looked at IMDb first, but they don't even have a listing at the time of this recording for this video. So I thought, well, I'll check Rotten Tomatoes. And sure enough, they do. Holiday celebration. Is it a celebration? With love, Meghan. Yeah, something I didn't talk about that I meant to say. I always think of something after I record. There's actually 2 things. I'm going to do this real quick, and then we will get into the reviews. 2 things I forgot to say that were bugging me afterwards. First one is she's afraid to say the word Christmas. I don't know if she says it the entire time. Maybe she does. I didn't pay super, but she really dances around it. And listen, I understand it. There are other holidays. People celebrate different things, Hanukkah, etc. Whatever you want to celebrate. You do you. Celebrate them all. Who cares? But no acknowledgement of Christmas, no acknowledgement of Hanukkah, no acknowledgement of anything. It just made it more bland and beige. It's like she's so trying to be saccharine sweet that it just diluted everything. It just really lost. It had no meaning to begin with, and then it made it lose even more meaning because there's just nothing of substance there. That was the first thing. The second thing I forgot to say is I'm going to say it in a way so you understand it, but in case there are little goslings around, I don't want to be Grinch or Scrooge or whatever. So read between the lines here. Okay. This Grinch right here, Meghan, put it out there a while ago that she told the kids the thing that you don't tell little kids. You know what I'm talking about around the holidays. She spoiled it because heaven forbid anybody believe in anything or have a little magic. So that just broke my heart. Listen, just as I say, your kitchen, your rules, your kids, your rules. I get it. Maybe you have a reason. I personally was heartbroken when my Gosling found out what she found out because there's something so special about that magic of when they're little, you know? And so why would you take that away because you're Meghan and you do crap like that? I just can't imagine. But then in the show, like grabs a hold of a cup. This is just how self-centered she is. She grabs a hold of a cup, hand writes on it, like, "Dear Santa, we've been good." So she's playing into stuff. Don't want to say the wrong thing in case, you know what I'm saying? She's playing into stuff, but yet, like, and when it benefits her, but she's ruining it when it doesn't. Just, oh, awful selfish cow, to quote my British friends. Okay, let's take a look at some of these reviews, shall we? Because I cannot wait any longer. So again, I don't use Rotten Tomatoes very much, but I gotta think 6% is not good. Wait till you see the reviews. It's not good. All right. So this said 7%, and the reason that for that was she got one critical review under this thing. I'm trying to understand how this worked. There was one critical review that gave her 2 stars. The user reviews were mostly half stars. So I think that's what kind of made that number. The critical review, I mean, it's everything I said. It says take anti-nausea pills. She's back. It was saccharine sweet, all that stuff. I'm not so interested in that. I am interested in stuff like this. Shall we dive in? It made me hate Christmas. Okay, nothing could make me hate Christmas, but I get it, and I couldn't stop laughing about this. It made me hate Christmas. Well, if anything could do it, I would say Meghan could do it. So there's that. It's just so funny to me. This person says at least only an hour was wasted. Yeah, I kind of felt the same thing. But again, what's funny is I was talking to a friend of mine while watching, so it ended up dragging out to like 2 hours. I enjoyed the heck out of talking to my friend, but I was like, oh, I still have some left, and it's so boring. It really was just a time suck. I'm just going to hit some highlights of this one. I wanted to point out this one because she actually goes into why she likes Meghan. Fine, fair enough. You're allowed. I don't get it, but you're allowed. But even the Meghan, the pro Meghan people are saying this is not for her. This is not playing to her strength. It's not that she doesn't have the on-screen presence needed for a show like this. Agree. Even if you take away, which I admit I cannot separate the awful things she's done, but even if you know nothing about her, you came into this blind and you're like, okay, I just want to turn on a holiday show while I clean my house. There's no, again, she keeps stealing the word joy, so I'm stealing it back. If you don't know what I'm pointing at, it says joy behind me. It's just, I think the J is cut off, so it's just oi right now. um, there's no joy, there's no happiness, there's no fun, there's no, like, I even watched the cheesy, I talked about it in another video. I love to watch cheesy holiday stuff. I watch like the cookie baking shows and all those silly things. The Great British Bake Off holiday one is some of my favorites to watch. This is not it. It's the absence of family. It's the absence of warmth. It's the absence of ideas, all of it. I gave this 2 stars because the production itself, just like the previous episodes, are produced very well. They're beautiful to look at, but it's painfully dull. So I thought they were being nice to at least give the production some stars. The show itself was terrible. I would say the production on this one even took a hit because at least in the other one, they would distract us with loud music and they'd cut in other things and movement and stuff. I swear on this one, they just kind of threw their hands up and were like, nah, we don't need to do that on this. It's just so bad. There's no saving it. This person points out, I'd hope that the season would offer significant improvement over the first 2. I actually wondered the same. It's not that I thought Meghan would do a good job. I thought with this topic, there's got to be something here. There's just got to be. There's got to be fun. How do you have a seasonal thing and not have fun with it? There's got to be something. I was prepared to like it better, but I swear to you, hand on heart, it's worse. It really is. Couldn't agree more. I just can't celebrate Meghan's Christmas. Don't worry, she doesn't celebrate Christmas either. That doesn't involve family or close friends. These people are not close to Meghan. The tennis player definitely doesn't want to be there. That was the most awkward thing. I talked about that. It's like the tennis player was a hostage and she was blinking for help. It was so weird. It was such a weird dynamic that it even made Meghan look warm. And I don't like to talk bad about the guests because I feel like they probably were suckered into this, not necessarily their fault, but this tennis player had no business being on this show at all. Like, that was so weird. Let's see, you can almost see the cameras following everyone to hear the director silently screaming. Everything is just jarring. It's actually sad. That's a very well put. That's exactly how I felt. It would take just 2 hours to gather the ingredients for these recipes. And honestly, the end result isn't worth the effort. The Casio de Pepe puffs didn't look appetizing at all. That's what I thought. She kept on like this was something new and fabulous. And again, I talked to Chef Marie, thank you if you're watching, who I'd never heard of Casio Pepe. Now, I'm not a cook or a chef or anything of the sort. I don't cook. I'm not into it. It's not my thing. I'd never heard of this before, but she told me, "Oh no, it's super trendy. There's even like chips that are in this flavor now. Everybody's making it. It's a thing that somebody probably scoured social media and decided to make it. It's very pepper heavy. It's very cheese heavy. A lot of people like it. Fine, great. I actually thought, okay, cool. Let's learn something. No, it's like I don't know how to explain it. If you don't know what it is, it doesn't matter. It's like turning macaroni and cheese into a bread pastry, and you're like." And I don't mean macaroni and cheese is on the thing. I'm saying like the cheesiness of mac and cheese on a bread pastry. And you're just kind of like, do we need that? What is that? Like, that's not really anything. If I want mac and cheese, I want mac and cheese. If I want this cacio e pepe, it sounds like it's normally a pasta dish. I want it in pasta form. What is this bread ball? What is I don't, and I love cheese and bread, but this isn't it. I just don't get it. This one says very, very boring and impossible to get through, especially knowing it's filmed in summer of 24. Now, I talked about this as well. Normally, the timing wouldn't matter, except for she kept on about the dog, and the dog passed a long time ago. And I normally can't tell Guy and Mia apart, but they made a point of showing the Guy ornament and then showing Guy being there and her talking to Guy. Why would you leave that in? Why not edit that out? Because again, even if you're a fan of Meghan's, it mentally takes you out of it. Then it makes you realize, oh, well, this is like 2 summers ago, then, or whatever it was. Like, yeah, it would have been 2 summers ago. So what are we doing? Why do that? It just doesn't make any sense at all. It just reminds us that there's no new ideas on here as well. In my house, there is family and color. So nothing about this appealed to me. That's exactly it. I said the same thing. The most jarring thing to me was when she said in the special something along the lines of, I like to put the kids to bed, and that's when I decorate cookies. My Gosling would kick my feathery butt if I did that. She really would, because I wouldn't dream of doing that. I wouldn't. I don't care if it's a grown-up party and I want the cookies to look professionally made. I am not decorating cookies without my kid. I'm not doing it, even when she was little. And I knew she'd make a mess. That is part of the experience. That is something that she looks forward to every year. She loves it. I love it. That's our time together. Like, even if sometimes I just don't have it in me to make a bunch of cookies from scratch, I will buy the break and bake cookies. I'll give her a bowl of frosting and I'll give her every color sprinkle I've got. I don't care how it looks. Like, she goes nuts, and this is the stuff she remembers. So I let her lick the frosting. It's just part of the experience, right? This is the stuff that she will remember. And her childhood is going so fast. I want her to have these memories. And so many of you clever people pointed out that I didn't even think about. I was so stuck on how stupid it was. She was dancing around picking out a Christmas tree. There was dancing. That I didn't even think about. She didn't bring her kids to pick out the Christmas tree. You're right. I can't imagine. That is part of the things that they remember. Meghan is not interested in that. She doesn't give a crap. She only cares about what she remembers, not what the kids remember. Can you imagine? I try to comprehend why the show has been so produced. It's not interesting. 3 random friends, an advent calendar that have quotes instead of chocolate. Exactly. I don't even care if you don't want to put chocolate in there. There's not special surprises. Meghan thinks the special surprise is Meghan's writing. So she's making herself the gift. Again, she's so full of herself, she cannot get out of her own way. It is wild. This special aims for cozy holiday magic, but smothers every moment in syrupy sentiment. The thing is that's it. That's what's missing. There is no magic. I don't even think she's aiming for magic. She's just aiming for herself. I said at the time, I felt like every task or whatever project that was set up was meant just to show off her jewelry, because she made a point. Sorry, I just bumped the microphone. She made a point of putting her fingers in everything and showing off her rings and everything she did. That seemed to be the only purpose of this special, if you can call it that, is to show off her stuff. Not any skill involved, not any talent, not any joy or magic. None of it. Just her. Ugh, awful. I found this sad. Nothing of substance and probably best kept as a Christmas home movie. This made me laugh because I would say that describes Harry and Meghan. Sad and nothing of substance. You can decide who is who. In fact, let me know in the comments which one is sad, which one is nothing of substance. I would say Harry's sad, she's nothing of substance, but they can be interchangeable. Probably best kept as a Christmas home movie. That made me laugh too because I was like, for whom? There's no family in there. Harry didn't look like he wanted to be there. There's no kids in there. So the Christmas home movie would be Meghan looking at Meghan. That's her favorite kind, probably. But my goodness gracious, can you imagine? That's a Christmas for you. My goodness. Wow. Well, I'm going to leave this here. You have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, it has been a treat and a pleasure. And you can tell I'm feeling the Christmas spirit today. I slept more. I feel better. It's a good day. Thank you guys for being here. I'm very excited. And yeah, I will be bringing you lots more like this. And don't you worry. I have been very much informed of the Colbert Show and Harry on that. So I have some thoughts. I'll work on that and so much more. If you have anything specific you want to see covered, this is interactive. Leave me comments. Let me know. Do let me know in the comments what your thoughts were on the reviews. Let me know your thoughts on all of it. I really want to start doing where I pull some of your comments and feature them in upcoming videos. So know that because your comments mean so much to me. And I want to thank you for taking the time to comment them. So you might see yours featured in an upcoming episode, whether they're funny, they're serious, you have even if you don't agree with me on something, that's okay. Just let me know and we'll, we can work together and I want to see what you have to say. So let me know everything in the comments and I'll take a look through them as I usually do. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I cannot wait to bring you more stuff like this. I just got these earrings. They're bows. Again, Meghan tried to say bows were her thing. And I said, no, they are not. They are my thing. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's just off camera. Hold on. Right there. Bows are my thing, B. Bows are my thing. Also, they're also Catherine, Princess of Wales's thing. Remember at the Christmas special, Catherine is often seen wearing like a bow or a big bow jacket, that red one that I love, things like that. So no, bows aren't your thing. They're mine. Anyway, all right. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for being here. I truly can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. As always, if you want to support the show, you know how to do it. Make sure that you check out the merch. Everything's fine. And Team Catherine and Not Bloody Likely and all that stuff. And check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. It's got my old name, tons of new bonus content, hundreds of videos. Oh, sorry. That's my alarm. Scared the hell out of me. That's my alarm to do something. Okay. Tons of bonus content. Lots of good stuff over there. Check that out if you're the least bit interested. You can become an executive producer like the geese and ganders you see on the screen before you. And a huge thank you to everybody on the list. I appreciate you. What else? That's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have the best day and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi. And can I say, hi, pup? There's a very nice one of you, and actually a couple of you have let me know that your dogs and cats hear me say hi at the end and they respond. And I said, well, if you leave me your dog or cat's name, I'll say it. I'll try to say it and see if I can get them to look at the TV. So who's a good boy? Who's a good girl? There you go. Hopefully your pets are responding right now. Anyway, hi, how are you? I love this shirt. I ended up getting two of them. I got one in this plum purple and then I got one in red. I get so many nice compliments when I wear red. Thank you for that, saying that you like the red. So I got one in purple and one in red. And I like how it looks liquidy when it hits the light. Can I just record like this? Hey guys. I'm like extra bouncy today, but and then I got these earrings. Gigi got them for me. They're so cute. They're bows. I think they're so fun. They kind of hang in a fun way. So thank you, Gigi, for that. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Let me know your thoughts on all this. And if you stayed tuned this long, let me know your pet's name. And if you don't have a pet, that's okay. Let me know what you would name a pet if you had a pet. I would love to know. And that's going to do it for me. I'm trying to think what's my answer. I don't have a pet. I have a gosling. She's my pet. But what would I name a pet if I had it? Oh, I'll tell you. I always wanted 2 dogs, actually. You know what I would name them? You cannot steal this. I'm on record as naming my dogs this, but I would like to have a big dog and a smaller dog, and I would like to name them Moose and Squirrel. How cute would that be? I saw like a Saint Bernard and like, I don't know, a golden retriever, something like that. And I would name them Moose and Squirrel, or even a Saint Bernard and a Corgi, name them Moose and Squirrel. I think that'd be so funny. Those are my names. What are yours? Even like Boris and Natasha, although I did name these two Boris. Sorry, it's hard to do this backwards. Boris and Natasha. Those are their names. A friend of mine sent me these geese that I love, and I named them Boris and Natasha. Or no, wait, no, I named these geese. Sorry, right here, Boris and Natasha. But those would be good dog names too. All right, I'm gonna let this go. Let me know your pet's name, cat, dog, whatever it is. Let me know. And if you don't have one, what would you name it? All right, I hope you guys had the best day, and I cannot wait to bring you more stuff like this. Take care. Bye bye.